Oh, please rescue this poor abandoned Jaguar from the junkyard.
This is a 1966 or 65 S-Type sedan Jaguar saloon. And I picked it up from a junkyard about a week or so ago. And it's in somewhat mixed state. As you can see, there's a huge gash and a hole in the fender from something. And it's got chrome wire wheels, but 4 flat tires. So it's a pretty solid car for being in a junkyard for 10 or 15 years. There's some rust around the edges and on the wheel wells here. And the interior is absolutely trashed. I'll show you that now so you can get a good idea of how bad this thing is. You can see that there's quite a bit of damage to the seats and everything, and trash all over the floors. But it is a manual car, 4-speed with overdrive, I would guess. And because it's a late car, this is a synchromesh transmission. So rather than the 4-speed Moss box with no synchromesh on first gear, this has got the synchromesh on all 4 gears. Like I said, the interior is pretty much trashed. I'll open the back door here so you can get an idea how bad this thing is. You can see all the I think it's the seat foam that's been gnawed or chewed up by rats or mice or whatever. It's all over the place. And there's quite a bit of damage to the interior, so I don't think anything in here is really savable. That's what the rear seat looks like. It's awful. The door panels are pretty much toast. The dash is in not bad shape. I mean, the veneer is coming off of it, but as far as the gauges and everything else, it all seems to be there, so that's a good thing. I've got the glove box lid. There was a big dent in the roof, and I was able to get about 95% of that dent out with a rubber mallet and my hand and gently working away at it. As far as the interior, the under bonnet view is just as bad. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I think there's chicken bones or something in here. I don't know. But when I got it, this was the bonnet release cable, and as you can see, it's no good. So I had to figure out some way to get the bonnet open. And I did finally do that by carefully sticking a large screwdriver in between the grill bars and pressing on the release lever. And as you can still see, there's a lot of trash on the car from when it was in the junkyard, and there's some unusual weird rust holes in some places here that I don't understand why something would rust like that right there, but it did. There's, like I said, there's a lot of trash on anywhere that's horizontal. There's leaves and dirt and crud build up in it. And then under the hood, it's just as bad. Now, this is even better than it was when I first opened the hood, because I wanted to be able to get to the firewall here so I could see the data plate. So I pulled a lot of stuff out of that battery box because it was absolutely full to the same level as this air cleaner of just crud back there in the corner. You couldn't even see the back carb or the rear cam covers of the engine at all on that side. So it was pretty toast. The rest of this stuff is just like leaves and dirt. It's kind of like compacted in here. You can't even see the ground through any of the engine compartment here because it's just filled with leaves and dirt and crud. And so even some of the stuff in the battery box, I had to take a long-handled screwdriver and just kind of like pry away at it. You can still see there's a lot of it over here. So it's going to take a lot of effort to get all this stuff out of the engine compartment. It does seem pretty complete as far as the engine compartment. There's a lot of rust up here ahead of the radiator, and that's probably why the weird holes in the bonnet. The rest of the car, there's some little dents and weird damage in various places. And like I said, it's got 4 flat tires, but they are chrome wire wheels. There's some more rust down along here and down along the rocker panel. And the rear window here is out of the car. So I think I've got to spare one of those. I don't know what I'm going to do with this car yet. I don't have a title for it. And I've been trying to get the trunk lid open. I had a key made for it by getting a key made for the glove box door, which I have. And that key, after with some penetrating fluid in the lock, I was able to get the lock to turn. And the latch actually moves, but it doesn't do anything to actually open the trunk. So the boot still does not open. I mean, you pull on this and it still feels like it's latched. So I'm not, as far as I'm concerned, is this damage to the front fender. So anyway, I'll post some pictures of the data plate in this video as well. If you have any questions about anything in the video, please leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching.